In this video, I'm going to talk about concatenating complete sentences and analysis in Excel. In other words, I'm going to have Excel type out entire sentences and paragraphs for me, and the type of information that it's going to show me, it's going to be different each time if the data updates. So let's say that here on this tab, I keep a track of all my orders and all the dollar amounts that they accumulate to. And let's just say that this list is always going to be growing, and every week or every month, I just come in here and I copy paste more data into it. At some point, I'm not going to analyze all this data manually because it's going to be too much work. At some point, I'm going to want Excel to do the analysis for me and even type it out in a nice little paragraph too. And that's exactly what I've got Excel doing for me here. I have it doing the math and then typing out a few sentences for me that I can now read and understand, or even just copy that paragraph and send it along to a colleague if I need to quickly pass along some important information. This ends up saving me a lot of time, and if I'm doing this task repetitively, then this small part of my day will only take me a few seconds at most. This can be a really good addition to an automated info screen or a dashboard where you've got a couple sentences that update themselves so you don't have to do it manually. So how I set this up is pretty simple. You have the freedom to do any type of analysis on this dataset, but for my example, I calculated the sum, the average, the pencil sales, and then the pen sales. I'm going to break down the formula because there's two parts to it. So the first part is going to be just the formula itself, and that's going to be in column K. I have a simple sum formula to find out the total values added up for column G, and all you do is type in sum, open your parentheses, select the whole column, and then close the parentheses. Same thing for average. And then for the sum if, pretty much what I'm asking it to do is sum if, analyze column D, look for the word pencil, and every time you see the word pencil, add up the total values that exist in column G. So with that formula, you get this value. And I did the same thing for pens with sum if, find pen, and then add up its values as well. Now I went one step further and I added the second part to the formula. And all you're doing here is you're taking that formula, you're adding a round and then an open parentheses in the front, and then a comma, and then a 2 and a parentheses in the back. So all that's doing here is it's gonna take that sum value and then round it to 2 decimal places. Same thing for the average and then the 2 sum ifs. The reason I did this is because sometimes when Excel is doing math, it ends up going out to 3, 4, or even more decimal places here, and it ends up making the value look really messy. So for that reason, I rounded everything to 2 decimal places. So once we've got the math done, we can start building out our concatenate formula. So I'm going to do delete here, start from scratch, and I'll build it out. So you're going to go up into the formulas tab, text, find concat, and here you can just start typing what you want your formula to say. So I'm going to start off by saying total orders came out to, and I'll add a $sign. I'll find out where that total is right here, and I'm just going to click it to reference it. I'm actually going to do it on a separate text tab here. So I'll reference the totals. And then here, I'll add a period, keep the sentence going. The average amount sold per day is, I'll add a $sign, put a space. And then here, I'm going to reference that average amount. Put a period. I'll write pencils accounted for, $sign. And then I'm going to reference where that pencil sum if formula is. And then I'll write, and pens accounted for, $sign. And I'll reference that pen cell here. And then I'm just going to put a period to end that paragraph. And I'll hit OK. And there you have it. So that wraps up my video. If this helped you, then please do subscribe and be on the lookout for more Excel how-to videos. I'm hoping to help as many people as I can become data experts in Excel in the most easy to understand way possible. So that's it for today, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.